It's Overwatch time! Hello, welcome to another figure review. Today we're gonna have a look at the Figma number 373. It's Genji from Overwatch. Also, I need healing. I have to do that joke at least once. It's probably gonna pop up once or twice, but yeah, I got this one on the Black Friday sale on the Blizzard store site, and I'm really locked in. I mean, I got Tracer, I got Genji, Reaper, and Widowmaker already pre-ordered. And Widowmaker is coming out in December, so look forward to that. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's have a look at Genji. So that looks pretty good, actually. Oh, by the way, yes, we still have an echo in here, but that's because I'm at my new apartment and this room is still pretty empty. And I need to fill it up with stuff to kill the echo, but I don't have any stuff for this room yet. So stay tuned for that. I'm really gonna try to fix that, guys. I'm sorry. Maybe put some carpet on the walls or something just to, you know, isolate it a little bit. So he's standing at a little over 6 inches, 15 centimeters. Wow, I got my inches and my centimeters mixed up. Overall scalp detail out of the figure. I mean the face, he doesn't have a face. He does have a mask with a light, vibrant lime green going on in the visor and the metallic paint job on the rest of it. Really looks cool. I mean, Genji has a really nice design. I'm not the biggest fan of him. I mean, Genji is like, either you love him or you hate him, or you just make fun of him with I need healing, because that's a good meme. It's funny and it's true. But more detail in the back, as we got the exoskeleton with all the metallic and more like a camo brown going on, and then the white, more vibrant green. There is some paint bleeding though. That's really the issue. I mean, I've looked over them. There's some Japanese writing in there. But yeah, paint bleeding, mostly in the brown going over to the white. We have the same problem in the forearm. This one's just bad. It looks like the brown isn't even properly applied. It looks like it's wearing off, so that's no good. Same with the fist. There's a little bit going on around the thumb. And just dirt. And yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, it looks good. The silver looks good and everything, but it's really like the brown going over to the white that's not harmonizing with each other. But for the rest of it, it is clean. Especially the green stuff. And more muscle work in the legs, that looks very nice. And down to the shoes, even with some detail under it. So that's appreciated. And let me give you another spin. A little bit of an overlook of the entire figure. Everything that's going on. It looks nice, but it really kind of falls apart when you zoom in to some of the paint bleeding issues. For the articulation, I'm going to start off with the hat, which doesn't really have that much motion. It does go forward, back, and you have a nice feature here that you can pull this part up and down. So it doesn't get in the way, it doesn't block your articulation. But overall, I don't know, maybe it's because the head is molded so weirdly, it doesn't really tilt side to side, not a lot, and it doesn't go all the way around. It's already blocked from just going to the side like that, and you hear the noise. Let me try to pull it out a little bit. That doesn't really help that much. So then we got the bandana, that thing, whatever you want to call it. If you don't want to call it a bandana, call it whatever you want, but it's on a ball joint. So you can rotate it around. It looks kind of wonky sticking out of the back of his head and having the big round joint over there. But, you know, whatever, it gets the job done. Is there anything under the shoulder pads? No. Then we have the double ball combination, but a different one than usual. You have one ball going into another ball, which is connected to yet another ball, and that's pegged into the shoulder. Ball-nado. Then we have bicep swivel, and actually let me rotate that around. Show you the articulation. It is very, very great. It looks kind of wonky, but it is one of these things. Looking wonky, but articulation-wise, it's great. And I like that for a nimble ninja guy like Genji. So yeah, you can rotate it around over here, but you can also rotate it around at this part. Well, this is more like the bicep swivel, but it doesn't go all the way around, as you can tell because of how it's molded. We got a single ball hinge in the elbow, and the fist on another ball hinge goes forward, back, rotation, and then the chest area is very nicely done. We don't have any gaps, so it goes back and forth, does go side to side, and it does go a little bit left and right, but not too much. Then the lower part, the crotch piece, goes back and forth, side to side, and once again, doesn't really go all the way around. It does rotate a good amount though. And the butt piece is floaty, I believe, but it's really stuck in there tightly. But you can move that around the entire butt piece with the belt. That's weird, a rotating butt piece, that's new. So then the legs, let's see, this is soft plastic. So once again, very good idea. So you can move them all the way out and it really bends. It's really rubbery over here, so that's cool. That's cool, that's great. I didn't know if I want to say great or cool. So it goes forward a lot, goes to the back, and the butt, the butt kind of goes out of the way, so can also rotate it at the thigh. Then we have a cymbal hinge in the knee and the foot on the ball hinge. So that goes side to side, forward, back, and also a toe hinge. So there you go. Accessories, and boy oh boy did Good Smile deliver on that one. We have hands, open hands, and as you can tell, oh my god, the paint job on them is kind of horrible at some parts, and that's really weird. But anyway, posing hands, open hands, and holding hands for like the big sword, small sword. Well, there's the big sword with more lime green at its blade, very nicely molded, and has like a gunmetal kind of black to it, and a very small detail in the handle, much appreciated. So that's very clean, very nice. Why do they, I don't understand how you can make paint this clean, like these tiny green lines and tiny Japanese symbols, but then you completely screw up other parts, like the hands. Then we got this special hand, which holds the ninja stars. Yeah, and this one seems better painted. Well, it has some paint bleeding, but the paint job seems better than a lot of the other ones, especially on the ninja stars. Look at the detail. And then finally we have this very cool accessory that's kind of sort of energy effect, where he throws out the ninja stars. And yeah, this one, I love this one. This one's really great. And finally there's also the Figma base, and that's always in there. You got the arm, you got the base, and you got the Blizzard symbol under it, not over it, so that's always weird. And then there's the Figma back, and that's gonna do it for your accessories. Alright, so that's gonna do it, but before I go there, some things I realized. He does have neck articulation. I didn't show you that because I kind of forgot about it. Sometimes they don't really have, and it's not really effective. It's just kind of wiggles back and forth, and as soon as you move it to the back, you have a little bit of a gap there, so it's not really. Also, he makes him look like a giraffe, so I'd rather not use that. I'll stick to the head articulation, which isn't great. And also the chest piece over here is also completely soft plastic. Something I didn't even notice, but as I'm getting into pose, that just really moves out of the way. So it's great. Overall, final thoughts of this figure. The articulation is absolutely fantastic, and I love when Good Smile does that for, like, they look at Genji and they say, oh, he's a ninja and he's really nimble, so we gotta reflect that in the figure, and they do, and it works out great. So he's one of the best articulated Figmas I've had in a while, kind of like Kukulane, not quite as Kukulane. I think Kukulane was still the best, but anyway, he's pretty articulated, very well, has tons of great accessories like the ninja stars and whatnot. And by the way, yes, you also, the handle is just removable if you want to have the sword. Just pull the handle out over here, and boom, you put the sword in his hand, so it doesn't look wonky that he runs around with two swords when he shouldn't. So yeah, the only bad thing obviously is the problem with the paint bleeding. In the hands, it's really bad, and some of the brown going over into the right. Well, more in the arms. There's not really a problem with the legs, but I mean, it is noticeable, but it's really small, so to me it's not a deal breaker. So overall, I do recommend this figure because the good parts are great and the bad parts are forgivable, if you want to put it like that. So that's gonna do it as usual, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure gameplay stuff and whatever I need healing Genji wants.